We all once dreamed of being a part of the Full House family. But in reality, the price of those smiles was a series of tragedies no one saw coming. Behind the laughter of America's dad, Bob Saget, lay a lifetime of consecutive losses. And beneath the charming exterior of John Stamos, a painful truth remained buried for decades. The truth is, what you saw was only half the story. Bob Saget as Danny Tanner. At just 31 years old, Bob Saget stepped into the role of Danny Tanner, becoming the image of the perfect widowed father. With his warmth and quirky charm, he didn't just deliver laughs, he redefined core family values for millions of households. But behind the facade of the model father was a life shadowed by unimaginable loss. At 22, Saget himself brushed with death due to a gangrenous appendix. His family, too, was haunted by tragedy. Twin siblings who died at birth, his sister Andrea, who passed from a brain aneurysm at 32, and another sister, Gay, who succumbed to scleroderma at just 47. Driven by the pain of losing those he loved, Saget became a devoted advocate for the Scleroderma Research Foundation, even directing a film about his sister's battle. Yet the heartbreak continued. His father passed from heart failure in 2007, followed by his mother, who lost her battle with abdominal cancer in 2014, marking a lifelong cycle of grief. On January 9, 2022, Bob Saget passed away unexpectedly at the age of 65 while on a stand-up tour in Florida. The autopsy concluded he died from blunt head trauma after an accidental fall. The loss of America's dad left a void in the hearts of many, but his laughter and kindness remain an indelible part of the memories of millions of families. John Stamos as Jesse Katsopoulos. Stepping into the leather jacket of Jesse Katsopoulos at just 27, John Stamos became the most charming rock and roll uncle in television history. With his rebellious style and a heart of gold, he didn't just spark a cultural phenomenon, he captured the meaningful journey of a man growing into his role within a family. But behind the radiant smile of America's favorite uncle lay a life fraught with harrowing challenges. In a shocking revelation from his 2023 memoir, Stamos shared a secret he had kept buried for decades. He was sexually abused by a babysitter as a young child. Despite a stellar career, he couldn't escape the emotional scars of his highly publicized 2005 divorce with Rebecca Romaine. The weight of grief also haunted him, from the loss of his father in 2001 to his mother's passing in 2014. These tragedies spiraled into a fierce battle with alcoholism and dark thoughts of self-harm, leading to a rock-bottom DUI arrest in 2015. Yet, with incredible resilience, he fought through the grueling journey of sobriety to reclaim his life. Now, at 62, John Stamos is embracing his brightest chapter yet. After years of turmoil, he found lasting happiness with Caitlin McHugh, welcoming their first son, Billy, in 2018. Inspired by fatherhood, he released a new book in 2026, sharing the profound wisdom of this journey. His career remains as vibrant as ever, with projects like You, Big Shot, and Palm Royal. Beyond the screen, he pours his heart into philanthropy with Project Cuddle, dedicated to protecting vulnerable children. Dave Coulier as Joey Gladstone. Stepping into the role of Joey Gladstone at just 28, Dave Coulier left an indelible mark as the funniest, most lighthearted uncle on television. With boundless energy and his legendary vocal impressions, he perfectly balanced comedy with sincere heart, becoming the irreplaceable piece of the Happy Tanner family puzzle. But behind the laughter of a master comedian lay a relentless battle with adversity. A brilliant career couldn't shield Dave from personal fractures, as his first marriage collapsed after just 2 years. Then tragedy struck his family with brutal force. Breast cancer claimed his mother, his sister Sharon, and his niece Shannon, while another sister continues her own battle with the disease. The weight of grief reached a breaking point when his brother died by suicide in early 2021, followed by the passing of his father less than a year later. The most grueling test arrived between 2024 and 2026 when Dave himself was diagnosed with 2 consecutive battles: Stage 3 non-Hodgkin lymphoma and tongue cancer. Now, at 66, Dave Coulier is fighting back with unwavering optimism through intense radiation treatments. He hasn't just maintained his directing career and his 2023 podcast, he has transformed his struggle into action by co-founding Aware Market to support cancer research through the V Foundation. Beyond the spotlight, Dave is a private pilot and an avid outdoorsman. In March 2025, the joy of welcoming his first grandchild opened a vibrant new chapter, proving the resilience of an artist who always finds the light even in the darkest of trials. Candace Bure as DJ Tanner. Stepping into the role of DJ Tanner at just 11 years old, Candace Bure became the nation's big sister, allowing audiences to witness her entire journey into adulthood. With her relatability and genuine charm, she didn't just guide viewers through the ups and downs of adolescence. She became the enduring heart that held the Tanner household together for decades. But maintaining the image of the model daughter for 3 decades came at a hefty cost to her own peace. The immense pressure following Full House spiraled into a private battle with depression and bulimia throughout her 20s. Her mental health reached a breaking point during her time on The View 2015-2016, where intense public scrutiny and conflicting viewpoints left her grappling with PTSD. Now, at 50, Candace has traded the chaos of Los Angeles for a life centered on safety and connection with her husband and 3 children, celebrating 30 years of a rock-solid marriage. Her family has been the anchor that helped her transform past trauma into the drive to become a Hollywood powerhouse. As the chief creative officer at Great American Media, she isn't just producing content, she continues to shine as a leading lady in hits like the Aurora Tea Garden Mysteries. Jodie Sweetin as Stephanie Tanner. Stepping into the role of Stephanie Tanner at just 5 years old, Jodie Sweetin instantly won over the world with her sharp wit and her iconic catchphrase, "How rude!" Navigating the complexities of child stardom, she brought a rebellious yet deeply affectionate personality to the screen, becoming an irreplaceable and vibrant part of television history. But few knew that her childhood was shrouded in dark secrets. Born to parents who were both incarcerated, Jodie was adopted at 9 months, a tragic past she felt forced to keep hidden throughout her years as a child star. The immense pressure of early fame eventually pushed her into a downward spiral, beginning with alcohol at age 14 and escalating to meth and cocaine. For decades, her life was a painful cycle of addiction and relapse, reaching a breaking point after her 3rd divorce in 2013. Beyond substance abuse, Jodie fought a long, quiet battle with severe anxiety and chronic panic attacks. Now, at 44, Jodie Sweetin has transformed the scars of her past into a beacon of hope. Having conquered her demons, she has proven her resilience through projects with Lifetime and Hallmark, and a triumphant return as Stephanie in Fuller House. Today, she embraces a peaceful life in Los Angeles with her 4th husband and 2 daughters. She has become a fierce social advocate, using her raw, real-life journey of recovery to spark a powerful wave of inspiration across Hollywood. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen as Michelle Tanner. Stepping into the role of Michelle Tanner at just 9 months old, twins Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen created an unprecedented cultural phenomenon. With their angelic charm and innate comedic timing, they didn't just steal every scene. They became the ultimate symbols of 90s television nostalgia. But the crushing weight of early fame pushed Mary-Kate into a harrowing battle with anorexia in 2004, followed by severe kidney infections. Her private life saw its own share of turmoil, culminating in a high-profile divorce with billionaire Olivier Sarkozy in 2021. Now 39, Mary-Kate has completely reinvented herself. Officially retiring from acting in March 2012, she channeled her creative soul into the global fashion stage, building the powerhouse luxury brand The Row and the lifestyle label Elizabeth and James. Unlike the public shocks faced by her sister, Ashley's struggle was a silent erosion of both body and mind. Famous since infancy, she was robbed of a normal childhood. Her every natural emotion was commodified, blurring the boundaries of her very identity. Beyond the psychological toll, Ashley battled chronic Lyme disease for years, a painful physical war fought in strict secrecy. Now, at 39, after retiring alongside her sister in 2012, Ashley has solidified her legacy as a member of the Council of Designers of America for Fashion. Today, she lives an intensely private life in Los Angeles with her husband Louis Eisner and their son. Away from the flashing cameras, Ashley finds peace in professional equestrianism, appearing only occasionally for the brands they built from the ground up.
Lori Loughlin as Rebecca Donaldson Katsopoulos. Stepping into the role of Rebecca Donaldson at 24, Lori Loughlin brought the perfect balance to the Tanner household with her elegance and relatable wit. More than just a sharp on-screen journalist, she became the quintessential Aunt Becky, a steadfast wife, a warm mother, and the emotional anchor who completed the family story for decades. But the world's image of Lori Loughlin shattered in 2019 following the infamous college admissions bribery scandal. The revelation that she paid $500,000 to secure her daughter's university spots through fraudulent profiles led to a prison sentence in 2020, a heavy price that cost her a career and a reputation built over a lifetime. The fallout didn't end there. In October 2025, after 28 years of marriage, she and her husband officially separated. Once celebrated as America's model mother, Loughlin's journey became a harsh lesson in the consequences of compromise and the irreparable fractures within a family. Now, at 61, Lori Loughlin is working to reintegrate into the entertainment world. Following her release, she has been steadily rebuilding her career with roles in Blue Bloods 2024 and the series On Call 2025. Alongside her return to the screen, she has found a new balance in the quiet of the golf course, seeking a fresh start after the storm. 3 decades later, the glow of Full House remains, but the lives behind it have been weathered by loss, illness, and truths that not everyone is ready to face. It reminds us of a profound reality. Behind the brightest smiles are often the quietest battles. Yet what lingers in the end is not the tragedy, it is the rebirth. They teach us that while adversity can take our loved ones, break our bodies, or lead us into dark mistakes, we have a choice. Instead of staying down, we can choose to rise from the shattered pieces, to keep living, and to plant the seeds of hope once more. If this journey touched your heart, please support Hollywood Legacies by hitting subscribe and turning on notifications right now. Your support is what drives us to keep telling the legends that the world has yet to reveal.